Hey everyone! Today we're going to build an AI application using Google AI Studio. Here's a quick preview. I want to be able to upload an image, so I've got one here of a French press. I'll upload that. I want the AI to identify what's in the image and then also give me a list of related items, like this. I know, it's amazing. You can obviously change the look and feel, but the core functionality is here, and I was able to build this in just a few minutes. Let me show you how. I'll head over to aistudio.google.com. It's free to use AI Studio. You'll just need to be logged in with a Google account, although there are charges to use the underlying models. I'll show you that when we get there. It's going to be minimal, but there are charges for the models themselves. And then you're also going to need an API key, which you can get here. Free and easy to get. Just create the API key, and then you're off and running, able to develop against the Gemini APIs. So to create an application, there's a few different approaches. You could start from scratch by creating a prompt. You could start with a starter app. These are fully functioning applications. Let me just show you Map Explorer, for example. Here I'll say, go to somewhere warm with lots of hiking. And there it's giving me some suggestions. So if you wanted to start with this app or one of the other starter apps, you can grab the code out here on GitHub and customize it. Like I said, it's fully working. We're going to start somewhere in the middle, though, between starting from scratch and starting with an app by going to the prompt gallery. So this is a great place to get some inspiration and kind of get started. The prompt that we're going to use to start with is, what is this? To describe an object and how to use it. This starter prompt has a couple of examples. So we've got a pipe organ here, a sundial, and then the output that we're asking the model is for a description and how you might use this object. We can test out the prompt down here. So we've got an Allen wrench, and to get this output, we need to actually run the prompt. So let's do that. And here we go. That's an Allen wrench. Perfect. Now this is using the model of Gemini 1.5 Flash. You'll see the input and output pricing here. So less than 128K tokens will be 7.5 cents input and 30 cents output. So not a lot, but just know that there are charges associated with this. And to get the code for this, to put it in your own application, you would just say get code. Now you can switch between languages here. There are quite a few options available. We're going to be using JavaScript to build out a web application. Python is also a really common one. You can even open this up in a Google Colab notebook. But just a quick tip on this one. This is not actually opening up a new blank notebook in your Google Drive. This is actually opening up from GitHub, Google Gemini, Generative AI, Python, and you're going to get some extra stuff in here that you might not be expecting. So just know this is not a new blank notebook for you, but it's opening up something existing on GitHub. If you wanted your own blank one, you would just create a new notebook, grab this Python code, and copy and paste it in there. But this is really the heart of how you would get started. Just create your prompt in here using natural language. You can test it, and then you can grab the code and put it into your own application. We'll come back here in a second and grab the JavaScript, but first let's create a copy of this prompt. And to do that, we just say save a copy. This will save it to your Google Drive. So if I come out here to my Google Drive, there's a folder called Google AI Studio, and then my prompt, which I could rename to whatever I wanted. But now this is a prompt that I can take and modify, change the parameters, change my system message. So let's say in addition to identifying the object and describing how it would be used, let's ask it to give me some related items as well. Okay, make sure you save. You can also adjust the different parameters over here, things like temperature, different tools, safety settings, output length, and so on. If you want me to do a video about all these things over here on the right-hand side, let me know below in the comments. Happy to do that. But let's just test what we have so far to make sure it's doing this additional thing here of related items. So I'll add another test example. And here we want to upload an image, or you can grab one from Google Drive. It's not super obvious how to do this. It's actually up here under image. So insert image. Let's go to upload. I've got one here on my hard drive. I'll just drag that over. This is a Lego model of a Land Rover. So let's see if I can identify that. We'll run to get the output. It's redoing the top object here. This time it's saying it's a spindle, which is interesting, not the Allen wrench. But let's see what it gets down here. The Lego Land Rover Defender. Perfect. And I've got the related items. Awesome. So you could continue to edit this prompt, change parameters, and so on. But at whatever point you're happy with it, then you'll want to grab the code and put it into your custom application. So let's do that. Scrolling up over here, let's get code. And I'm going to grab the JavaScript code. Just copy this right here. And then I'm using Visual Studio Code here on my desktop. I'm going to drop this in here as a new file, call it script.js, and paste in that code. Now to build the rest of the application, I'm also going to get Gemini's help. I need some HTML and some CSS code. Or if you've already got an application, obviously you can just copy paste this API bit in there. But let's start from scratch. I'll come back to Google AI Studio and create a prompt. Here I want to upload the JavaScript that we already have and then basically ask it to build out the rest of the application. So let me do that. Here's my script.js that I just created. So we'll upload that, and then for the prompt, I'll ask it to create a web application. Briefly describe what it's supposed to do. Here's the JavaScript code that I have, and please write the rest of the application, including HTML, CSS, and modify the JavaScript as necessary. Keep the UI simple and clean. So let's get this started. Now, this does also have a cost associated with it, so we are running a new model here. This is Gemini 2.0 Flash, and you'll see the pricing associated with this. So just a heads up there. But let's go ahead and run. Now, what I get is probably going to be different than what you get, and that's fine. That is very normal for generative AI. While we're waiting on that, I have uploaded some files out here on GitHub. I'll include a link to this in the video description, but I've included the script.js that I got, server.js, and then there's also an index.html page. In my case, it was inside of a folder called public. But again, you might get something different. I'm only including this in case you can't get yours working. Then you can at least use the version that I showed you in the beginning of the video. Just really a backup there. So back to Google AI Studio. Well, let's see what we got here for our response. Now again, yours is probably going to be different than mine, so just follow along with whatever instructions it gave you. First, we're going to need to deal with our API key. So we'll create a new file called .env. We'll copy this here in VS Code, .env, and then you'll need to replace this here with your API key. Here is mine, which I will obviously delete when I'm done recording this video. Then we've got some JS code here for the Express server. That's how we're going to run this thing. So we need a file server.js. I'll just copy this to my clipboard. Here in VS Code, server.js. Paste all of that in. Okay, it's also given us the HTML code here. This, it looks like it needs it in a folder called public. So let's remember to do that. I will copy this, create a new folder, and then inside of that, index.html, paste in that code. And then we've also got a script.js. So we had this one before. I'm guessing it made some updates. I'll just copy this. And it looks like it also wants this in the public folder. So I'll update the code that I have and then move that into the public folder. Okay. Let's see what other instructions it's giving me. Okay, steps to run. Now again, yours are probably going to be different than mine, and I can actually see an issue here. If we were to just copy this to the clipboard and run, it's going to be looking for a package.json file, which holds things like your dependencies, your name, and so on. It's not going to be able to find that. So first, let's do an npm init-y. That will create a package.json. And then let's run the npm install again. And I don't believe I need this one at the end, so let's try this. Okay, that's looking good. But again, it's really helpful if you kind of generally know what you're doing so you know when to correct the AI. So we've got that part out of the way. Create the folders. We've got a root folder, done. We've got the public folder that's got index and script.js in it. I don't have an uploads folder. Let me just create that here at the root. Okay, we've got the other files where they belong. Now let's try to run the server. So node server.js, which is this file right here. This should start up the server. Perfect, so it's listening on port 3000, which means I should be able to just go to localhost, port 3000, and here's my application. Awesome. Okay, let's give it a try. This does look different than the one that I started with, and yours will probably look different than mine too. But let's choose a file. I've got some here. Let's try this one. Okay, upload and identify. And here we go. That is a garden ornament. Yes. And what do I have for related items? Interesting. It's not giving me related items. Maybe because it doesn't know. Let's try to upload one more image. Got one of a camera here. So here we also got the description coming back. That looks good. We've got how it's used. But I'm not seeing the related items on this one either. So we might need to go back and just make sure that we saved our prompt, that there are no parameters or anything that are limiting that. So our output length looks okay. That should be good. But we were able to get the application working. We're calling the Gemini APIs, and it gave us that code that is really the important part to get things working on the back end. So I hope you were able to get yours working as well. If not, again, you can go out to GitHub, grab the basic code for the version that I showed you at the beginning of the video, and play around with it to see what you can build. So that does it. I hope that gave you a better sense of how to work with Google AI Studio to create your own applications. If you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up and also consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching.